Rise and shine. For those of you just starting your morning, this is Lisa with WKJ Radio. Thanks for joining us. There were so many things that happened last night, and we're going to be discussing it all. Feel free to chime in because we're taking calls.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Have you decided yet what you're going to talk about during your presentation? You need to talk about what happened last night. I can't believe that they didn't indict that cop. Man, I can't believe that. What is this world coming to? This been going on there for years, man. Something needs to be done about this, and something needs to be done quick. I'm tired of stuff like this happening.
WKJ, you're live on the air.
What these thugs are doing to their own neighborhood is just mind-boggling. Where's the outrage when it's a black-on-black crime?
You're live on the air.
They more concerned about broken windows than broken lives. I mean, they steal our lives, so we steal their TVs. And after we steal from them, we're gonna burn them down. What's worse, a murderer or looting?
WKJ, you're live on the air.
This is a great city. I used to live in that area, and it was not always like that.
Finish your presentation yet? Wendy, I'm in your class. Anyway, you should write about that awful grade of bad hair weed they were stealing on national television last night. Like, seriously? Those people have no class. So uncivilized. Like wild animals. This one thug said he was stealing to compensate for our 40 acres and a mule that we didn't get. He had a 40 in his hand, by the way. That has to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Our generation of black men need a voice of reason for them. That's why I wrote a book about what they should do. I'm looking for publishers now.
What's up, cuz? You alright? What's going on, man?
I had a 2-minute presentation to do tomorrow.
What are you supposed to talk about?
Anything.
Straight up? How ironic.
What's ironic?
The one thing that everyone wants to do for us is the same thing you being forced to do in your presentation.
WKJ, you're live on the air.
Looting and carrying on how y'all doing is really hurting your cause. Take a page out of Martin Luther King's book.
WKJ, you're live on the air.
I just want to know who stole all them rims last night. If you still got some, man, holla at me.
You're live on the air.
What it all comes down to is education. When you invest in your schools, you invest in your community.
As I close out, I want to end with this. We've heard from a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives, some more generalized than others, but I think it's important for us to have a balanced discussion. With that being said, there's one opinion we're missing, the one perspective we so condescendingly overlook every single time, all of us. We speak a lot to young black men. We do a lot of speaking for them as well, but when will we allow them to speak for themselves?
I would start off by admitting how hard this project was for me. Not because of the guidelines to construct a 2-minute oral presentation, but because no one has ever asked or given me the chance to speak. From the older generations who mean well, but fall short in depicting me as anything other than the victim, to the individuals who swap the new N-word to thug when describing anyone who is young, black, and angry. But my anger is the result of a systematic problem that starts exactly where we currently are, the classroom. In a city where we are more concerned with keeping a sports team rather than keeping teens out of prison, what message does that send about black lives? Simply put by Malcolm X, education is the passport for the future. If you believe this, raise your hand. But there's one problem. The word future doesn't mean the same thing to me as it does to you. For you, the future may excite you. It scares me. For you, the future could be 5 years. For me, it could be 5 days. For you, the future may be a vivid picture that's filled with hope. For me, the future is something that many of us will never get to see. Which is why we don't speak.
Yeah, it's real life to me, my life. I lost my mom and my son back to back, and saved my life. You hear me, baby? Kings and hustlers. You say you dope, but are you hard or soft? A big fish, I'm dodging cops like they tartar sauce. The street claim lives, how many sons, how many daughters lost? They telling us black lives ain't worth it, so we can afford the cost. But I don't buy that. Help you grow some wings, but you ain't fly like this. You gotta lose lives and go through it to cry like this. These hoes are blurry to me. Money catch my eye like this. I'm still doing numbers like a paradise, and every night they moving green and white to pay for paradise. Circle small because before they rats, they some scary mice. I chase stacks, cat chase me like Tom and Jerry's life. Yeah. All about $1, and I'm a line. I make these 223s pounce on that Impala, and if your pockets ain't hollow, these hoes are follow. Then it's showtime at Apollo.